Welcome to the Rebuilding Hollers, Come Hell or High Waters podcast. My name is Stephanie Johnson, and I will be your host for the evening. I'm so excited you are here. It is Friday, April the 17th, 2026, and we are Rebuilding Hollers, Come Hell or High Waters. And I'm so glad you're here to join us. If you have any questions while we are live, make sure to type in hashtag rebuilding. And our friend Russ, who's backstage, will put that up on the screen so that I can answer any questions that you have. If you want to speak to our guest tonight, ask him any questions, that will be the best way to do it. I'm so excited to introduce you to our special guest tonight. But first, I want to tell you, give you an update on our Cruise into the Hollers event. That is coming up on May the 23rd. We are so excited about it. At this event, we're going to have an incredible silent auction. We've already got some really cool stuff coming. We've had some amazing friends say, hey, I want to make a contribution to the silent auction. So I'm freaking out for the silent auction. It's going to be amazing. We're also looking for vendors. Our booth spots are only $25, and you can be inside in the town center where the silent auction is going to be, or you could actually be outside on the square. We're going to be everywhere. We're just going to take over Burnsville, bring all of our friends and family there. It's going to be so amazing. We also are looking for any of my old car guys on the way to the podcast tonight. Everybody was out in their old cars. It was so amazing. So any of our car clubs, classic cars, four-wheel drive vehicles, whatever you want to bring, we want you there so we can see all our friends and have a big time. It's going to be amazing. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed my new merch, but we have the merch. I'm so excited about this new logo. It still has the original logo in it, but the Hollers has all of our building projects. So these are on the way in the army green, the royal blue, and the purple that I'm wearing tonight. They are $30, and you can purchase these online at rebuildinghollers.org in our store. So pretty please get your pre-order in. They'll be here in about a week or two. So we're super excited about that. Now, tonight, I'm going to go through the podcast just as quick as I can. I'm just kidding. I don't typically go too fast. But after the podcast, tonight on the square in Burnsville is the Dark Sky event. So celebrating the International Dark Sky Week, we're going to have the amazing Earth to Sky Park there. They're going to have the telescopes. The lights on the square will be down. It's just going to be a perfect night to check out the stars, meet our amazing friends from the Dark Sky, from the Earth to Sky Park that will show you the different constellations and all the things going on in the night sky. It's one of my favorite events. I love going. They've been doing it for years. And it's just, our stars really do twinkle. So as soon as the podcast is over, I'm heading straight to town so I can get in on seeing some stars. So I'm really excited about that. So let's talk about some of our projects. They are all making amazing progress. This is project number 3. They are getting their sheetrock done, steady hanging it in the different bedrooms and their bathroom. I'm so excited about project 3. They're also working on their HVAC. So sheetrock and HVAC is happening right now. Project number 8 got all of their sheetrock done and they are painting. So we're real excited about that. This project has been working so hard to get home. So this week they've been painting, and coming up is going to be installing the floors and installing the trim. And before they know it, they'll be putting in cabinets and appliances and they'll be moving in. So we're crazy excited about that. Project number 32. This is straight from Mountain Heritage High School's construction technology program. They are building Project 32 there in their 10,000 square foot facility. And this is the first full-size house that we have built together. They have built some in the past, but this is my first one. So instead of it being 2 separate or one individual 40 by 16 unit, this is 2. I think this one is going to be, they're 12 foot by 50 feet. So this is going to give that property owner so much more space because she does have a special needs son. And we want to build her a house that's going to last forever. So it is making amazing progress. I'm so excited. Next up is Project 78. They have been killing it at the sheetrock. So Jeremiah's been out there. The sheetrock finishers left the walls pretty rough, so he's been finishing out, sanding down the walls, and working on the texture on the ceilings. So those are the ones where the texture didn't get destroyed, or the ceilings didn't get destroyed wet, but because the house lifted up off the foundation, there were cracks in the ceiling. So we patched all the ceiling. Well, Jeremiah patched all the ceiling and then put new texture on it. In the rooms that were completely underwater and did get new ceilings, he has repaired all of those. So we're real excited about that. Project 78 is making amazing progress. Right now, their hardwood floors are acclimating. They were delivered Saturday, so they're acclimating probably another week or two, and then they'll be going in. So Project 78 is getting really close to going home. Next up is Project 98. I got to visit it today. It is amazing. So last week I was telling y'all about the new roof we put on there. And because we were able to put that new roof on there, our friend was able to get his new floors in and just make so much progress with his new ceilings, so that this home is secure, is safe, and it's finished beautifully. I'm so excited about Project 98. It is so close to moving in. I'm so excited. Next is Project 174. This homeowner has been rocking out his rebuild. The exterior is done. He's been hanging the sheetrock, working on his HVAC, just making incredible progress. I'm so excited about that. Next is Project 425. This project is down by the Tow River, and this property owner lost everything. So he's decided to build a higher up on the mountain. So the last few weeks, we've been working to build him a road to the top of the mountain. So here you can see his new road and gravel going in, plus the underground power line heading up under that driveway. So we are so excited for Project 425. This one's just getting started, but it's going to be amazing. We're super excited. Next is Project 510. Y'all know how much I love these high school houses. This was the second house that was built at the Mountain Heritage Construction Technology Program. So the exterior this week was actually completely done. So I don't have that updated picture, but the exterior's done. It's incredible. We are moving to the inside, which still looks like this, all open. Next, we have the HVAC is going to be installed. As soon as he's done, the plumber will come and put in all the rough-in plumbing, and the electrician will come in and run all the wires. Then we will be insulating and sheetrocking. So we're super excited about Project 510. And last but certainly not least is a project that I toured today. We've not started this project yet. I just met with the community engagement team that manages this property. This is a very special property to me and to the Cattail Creek community. So this is their community center. This is where for generations they have had dances. We've had friends get married there. They've had gatherings and potlucks, and just everything about this community center matters so much. It was really hit hard during the storm. It really destroyed the foundation, flooded the inside of the building. They've been able to get this cleaned out and raised up off the foundation. But they're to a point now where they're ready for a little bit of help. And so we're excited to partner with them and get them the foundation blocks that they need to build a retaining wall. And also the framing needs to be, set so we can do some poured concrete and rebar for that foundation. So a lot of stuff going on, so many things going on. Some projects almost done, some projects just getting started. And that's what I do. I mean, that's what we do. We are always all over the different places trying to get everybody home wherever they're at. That's where we want to meet them at. That's where we want to help them continue rebuilding their project and getting home. So without further ado, I'm so excited. Wait, no, I got one more thing to tell you. Before I introduce my guest tonight, I have a very cool event coming up here at the Hollers that I want to tell you about. So we, in our back lot, we have quite a few connexes and a lot of building material. And so we want to make sure all of this stuff is getting out to our community. So on May 7th, 8th, and 9th, we will be having a yard clean out. So we're going to pull everything out of the connexes, get everything pulled out so that everybody can see it. And we're going to invite all of our projects to come here on Thursday and Friday, May the 7th and 8th. As long as you're a Rebuilding Hollers project, you can come and get anything you need. If you are not a Rebuilding Hollers project, but you live in Yancey or Mitchell County and you do have needs of building materials and supplies, you'll be able to come on Saturday, May the 9th. And everything is free. We give everything away. The only thing I sell is merch, and that's to raise money so that we can hire local contractors and buy our building materials so that we can keep all these projects going. So I'm super excited about May the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Put that on your calendar. If you've got things that you're going to need, we have a lot of stuff. And I'm excited to get it out of those connexes and give it to you. So we'll see y'all then. And so without further ado now, I'm so excited to introduce you to my friend, Mr. Danny. Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Danny.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being here.
Yes.
We've had a wild year and a half, haven't we?
Without a doubt, yes.
Yes. It's been a lot of crazy fun. There's Chad. He says, "Good luck, Dad." Thanks, Chad. That is so great. That's what I love about our community.
Yeah.
We're able to raise our children here and be involved.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
We try to run them off, but they keep coming back.
No, you gotta keep the kids around. Mine's 20 now. I'm not trying to.
My youngest is 20.
Oh.
And then 24, and then Chad's 96. You got you there.
You got it. It's amazing how quick our kids grow up.
I know.
But we're raising them in the greatest.
They don't wait on us.
No, they don't wait on anything. Not a thing. So we've been friends a while. I knew you way before the storm.
Yes.
Because you bought one of my, you bought one of my favorite places back in the Pensacola community.
Mm-hmm. So
your store is the River Life Country Store.
Yeah.
Which, yes, right here we go, River Life. I love it. I love going there. And this building was built in
1892.
1892. And it was built by the railroad.
It was built by William Clott and John Hensley.
Okay.
Which we're thinking is possibly kin to my stepfather.
Of course it is. Well, you're Hensley. It's kin to you. I just claim it.
It's only fair.
It's yours now.
Yes.
So you have this incredible this building that has been part of the community forever.
Yes.
It's always been there. It matters very much to the community. And behind that building, you have a cabin.
Yes.
And so both of yours, you had a hard time. They got hit. It got hit in the storm.
Yeah. Yeah, it totaled the cabin and, got my basement and some of the first floor in the store.
Yeah, we have a picture of that. Russ, will you pop up? Let's go ahead and show them what my friend Danny experienced the morning of the storm.
You see the water line on the side of the building?
Yeah. So it went up even higher than where it's at now.
Oh yeah, that's when it went down. David Griffith took that picture.
Thank you, David, for capturing that picture.
Yeah.
So the Cane Creek, which is over there by those tree lines.
Cane River.
The Cane River came out of its banks.
And all the way across to the bank over here. That's unreal.
It is completely unreal. Now behind this picture, behind the store, is the cabin.
Right.
Go back just a minute because you can barely see that cabin. Can you go back there? It is. So just
if
behind
you
the
zoom in
store,
on that, you can see the water almost still at the roof line. Back
yeah.
There. And the neighbor, Joanne Edwards, she said, Peters, she said that the water was splashing up over the roof of my cabin coming across.
Wow, at the peak of the storm.
Yes.
So that cabin in the back is the one that we've been working so hard on. The store was completely underwater in the basement because that's a full basement.
And in the first floor.
So. And the first floor had some in it. So thank you, Russ. Now let's see the next one. So this next picture, this is the cabin. Right. So you can see here just
we pull those two trees out of the wall there. That's what kind of took it out. Say a tornado came through.
Right.
And so the only thing it left was my sink back there. It took the refrigerator, the stove,
the washer dryer.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yes.
Everything about this place.
The windows, everything.
everything. So, but thank you, Russ. So, but you've been rebuilding since the storm. So let's talk about when you came in. You were at home. You were not living there at the time. You were just days, almost weeks away from moving in.
Yes.
And then first, Chad hiked in first.
Michael.
Well, he hiked in first.
Yes. He got off work. He worked third shift at England.
Okay.
And so I don't know. I usually don't pay a whole lot of attention to the weather, but something told me to. I saw it. It said this could possibly be a bad storm, one of the worst in a long time. And so he works third shift at Ingles, and I told him, I said, tomorrow, be real careful when you come home. Watch the creek. And I said, when you come across our bridge, park up here in the higher, but just to be safe.
Yeah.
Well, he did even better. He parked at the church. Wow. Where you turn down Lower George's Fork. Mm-hmm. And so he walked around behind, and we sat there on the deck and almost watched the trailer that I let him live in wash away. Wow. But it got way up to the window on it. Wow. And it took out, his deck and the underpinning, yes. Which you helped me get back.
Yes.
And some of the blocked, and it took the plumbing out around it.
Yeah, everything. It just, so you got hit at home where your son's house got hit, your house that you were still living in got hit.
Yes.
And then your store.
Right.
And the house you were getting ready to move into.
Yes.
Got hit. So just across the board.
Quadruple whammy. Yeah.
And since I remember you telling me very early on that you were like, Steph, I knew if it was this bad at my house.
I didn't think there'd be a board left over.
Yeah.
I just knew because, nobody had ever seen this creek get that big.
Right.
Whoa.
If one of the little creeks can do this, imagine what the big rivers.
I just knew everything up there was going.
Yeah. But it wasn't.
No. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Yes. Yes. So you got the first picture of it, and you were like, oh my gosh, it survived.
Now, Michael went through the woods because he knew I was worried about it.
Yes.
And he videoed the inside of the cabin and around the store and brought it back. And I said, my God. And he almost walked off of the bridge on Bowlins Creek where the end of it was gone.
Yeah.
And all he had was his phone on his camera. Wow. The camera on his phone.
The light, yeah.
And so, oh gosh, but yeah. And he brought pictures back and I said, I cannot believe it's still standing.
Right. Yes. And then you were finally, because all the roads to Pensacola were gone.
Yep.
Both ways. Coming down 197, gone. And then up Bowlins Creek, there were some sections it was like half a road, and then there were some sections there was no road.
Right.
And so you couldn't really get in and out yet.
No, we had to walk from below Bowlins Creek Church up to where you make the loop.
Yes.
The house got
the landslide.
Yeah, and a guy came by with his side by side and took us on the crowd, but we had to walk from the church to that because we couldn't get the car on it.
That's a long walk.
Yeah.
But you had to get to your place.
Yeah, I had to check it out.
So looking back now, a year and a half later, and how far you come.
Whoa. It's unbelievable.
It really is.
Well, like I was showing you that, I said, wait till you see what we've got done.
Yeah.
It was unreal.
It's incredible. You have not stopped the whole time. No. So when the first thing you did was stabilize the store.
Yes.
Because you had a ton of mud.
Yes.
And it seems like, with it being underwater, the whole foundation, like maybe it kind of picked it up a little bit.
Right. And a big shout out to Samaritan's Purse.
Yes.
And Baptist Men on Mission.
Yes.
And
because they come and
Carl Bowman, he has a company called Shift. And he makes all these car parts and stuff. And Carl's house got destroyed on Cattail on the tennis court road there.
Yes.
His house was, but Carl still sent his crew to my store, and they cleaned out all the mud, and they built me a stage back there out of rock and saved what property we did have to make a little bit.
Right.
And then they actually set a window where the window was tore out.
Yeah.
And they actually boarded the wall and put the window in and around the corner where the door was.
Right.
And so Shift did that for me. So I just had locked it up, and I said, well, it took me 6 years to get it this far. 6 more years again. You know?
Right,
So
right.
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
You just got to start back over.
Yeah. So I locked it up for months.
Yeah. The cabin.
Yeah.
Because you had to deal with the store.
Right.
Because you had to stabilize the store.
Oh yeah, we got 30 jacks under the store and beams all the way around it. Because I was told that the building actually floated,
Right.
but it went straight back down. It didn't float away.
Thank you, Jesus. Yes.
Yeah. You're not
Because
kidding.
that building above the foundation is 3 more stories.
Yeah.
It's a 4-story building.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's so cool. If you live in the area, or even if you don't, you have got to come check out River Life Country Store.
Absolutely.
Because he has all the things.
Yes. And I have shirts for sale that make you look skinny.
Yeah. He's got just the coolest stuff there. And you lost about an acre.
A little over 8. I had, it was the way with aerial photography.
Right.
I had 3.25 acres. I got 1.56 now.
Wow.
So that much water.
You have your land washed away.
Yeah.
And you don't just have your store and your cabin there, but River Life is a destination too.
Well, of course.
So you have
It's
events. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hub in Pensacola. You have
Right.
music nights. People
Yes.
come and play music.
Yeah.
You have
Barbecue.
weddings.
Yes.
Barbecues.
Yeah, and we have the spring thing, and then the Christmas in October.
Yes.
That we always have had every since
Yes.
except the year of the hurricane.
Right.
So
So
hopefully we'll be back.
you're gonna be getting it all back.
You know it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm determined. It is the coolest old country store. If you ever just want to step back in time and hang out with the coolest guy ever,
Hey.
Danny is so cool to visit with and to meet and to know, because you come in the store and it is an old timey general store.
Yeah.
And it still has all the shelving. And in the middle of the store, well, a little bit beyond the middle, he's got his fireplace and he's got his chairs sitting around. And when you walk in, he's just sitting there chilling with his buddies on some days.
Yeah, I call it Danny's Adult Daycare.
Danny's Adult Daycare. And tell us why you call it that.
Well, all the local guys can see what it is we give the women, I give the women around there a break, because their husbands and their boyfriends come down to the store and hang out with me and tell me all their problems, and they go back home all fixed. You know?
Yeah.
We just BS right well, you know.
Yeah, I think it's amazing.
So I just call it Danny's Adult Daycare.
You never know. You're going to walk in there, who's going to be hanging out with Danny?
Right.
It's so much fun. You have the coolest stuff. He even has Raleighs in there. Y'all know how much I love Raleighs. And also you got some cake. Let's talk about the cake.
Absolutely.
So you got Miss Sandy's Sweets.
Yes.
Which, if y'all remember back to our Roses parking lot days, and this is why I love it here so much. Everything is small town connected. So the grocery store Save More, the manager John, who we love and adore, his assistant manager Kelly, who we also love and adore, they're the ones that helped us be there. They allowed us to be there, even though they maybe got in a little trouble for letting us be there. They were determined to help their community, and this is how they could do it, was by giving me a space to be and distribute. And their assistant manager is Miss Sandy, which is Kelly's mom. I didn't know any of this until much later, but I love Miss Sandy. She was always so sweet to us. So imagine my surprise. Last summer, I come to visit Danny. The store's open, and he has this beautiful cake. I think it was a strawberry cake sitting there. And I was like, Mr. Danny, what you got a cake here for? What's going on with this cake? And so he tells me that, it's Miss Sandy's cake. Now I make none connection. And I brought someone to visit because Danny's a project, and so sometimes people come and do tours with us. We bring people to do interviews, like the news crews. I mean, anybody, y'all know, I'll talk to anybody, and so will Danny.
I'm shy.
And so then I come back with another guy, and there were brownies, and I was like, what is going on? And then another day, there was another, and I was like, okay, what's going on with the cake? Emily. And Emma made the connection for me because Emma's Kelly's daughter, and I knew that. She looks exactly like her mama.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, her grandma makes the cake. And I said, Kelly's mama makes the cakes? And he's like, yeah, Sandy.
And the fudge.
And the fudge.
And the cupcake. Oh, yeah. And brownies.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're getting ready to get started back because, we had to kind of.
Right.
The
winters, everything slows down in the winter.
Yeah, yeah.
But you have been busy this winter working on your cabin.
Yes.
You have been
Thank God,
killing it on the cabin. So your cabin, but I'm ready for cake. I just want, before we get off the cake, I want you to know.
We'll fix you.
I'm so excited. And because I finally figured out who Miss Sandy was. She's Miss Sandy from Savemore. Kelly's mom never made that connection.
Yes.
She's made Tyler's birthday cake. She's made Sid's birthday cake. She made Lucas's birthday cake. My birthday will be in August. She'll be making my cake.
She knows how it's done.
Oh man, she's amazing.
And if y'all want a black walnut cake, she's the closest to my mother that anybody has ever come. And they're almost good enough to eat.
I'm gonna eat it.
No, they're unreal.
I can't wait. So I'm excited about this thing. It's just incredible, the connections.
Yeah.
But your cabin, so you got, I remember with the store, you got the foundation done. There was a wall that had bowed out, and so you needed a little bit more material to get that stabilized.
Yes, we got it stable. Because, this one engineer came in and he said it's going to be probably $40,000 to fix your wall.
Wow.
Well, I just said, I'll just lock the door and go home. There's no way I can do that, And
but really, it was just it just bowed a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad once you popped off that thing.
Yeah. Thank goodness to Jerry Riddle. He brought me the windows for the house that came out of his house that got damaged on down. And so I got him to come back there and help me check around because Jerry's a good carpenter.
He's good. He's a great carpenter.
And
he built his house.
He told me what to
do.
Look out, for. And I did, and he was right.
He was right. Thank you, Jerry Riddle.
Yes.
We love you so much. I drove by his house today.
Is that not unreal?
So beautiful. I'm so glad he's home.
I bought my first home from Jerry.
Really?
Yeah.
He's been building a long time here.
Yeah, went to school with him.
Yeah.
Church. Yeah.
He's so good.
He's a cool guy.
I really like him.
Right.
So you got your store stabilized first, and your store was good, and it was back open.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was time for the house.
Well, I actually did not even know that the house was going to happen, because it took me 6 years to build. I just worked on it as a kid,
Yeah.
And then so Carl's crew had to go back to South Carolina, and they were going to come back. And so we had actually ordered the first phase of work to go into the cabin.
Yeah.
So we were going to have to dig all the entire inside out, all the way down to the ground.
Yeah, you had to take out all the subfloor, just you had to gut it.
That much dirt.
Oh God, so much.
So then I have to give a big shout out to Michelle and Greg. Their company called 91. Well, she came walking in close to the same time you did in I guess it was October, and she said she wanted to trade one of her shirts for one of my shirts.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I'll give you one of my shirts. I said, yeah, for what all you've been doing, because I knew she'd been helping a lot of people.
Exactly. She's been doing the labor.
Yeah.
Their crew is the labor. They've been able to help people get their homes back.
Yeah, and she said, how come you haven't asked for any help for your house back here? And I said, well, it's my second home, going to be my primary home. And I said, I got help here.
Yeah.
A half a mile from right here.
Yeah.
And I said, I didn't feel like I deserved any help for a second home because there's a lot of people that homes got totally destroyed. I still have a place to live.
Right.
And she said, well, we're here to help you fix your cabin. And I about passed out.
Yes.
And so I told you, just like maybe the same day or the day after, you came by.
Yeah.
And I said, Stephanie, you're not going to believe what just happened, And she said, okay, we'll get you the material.
Yeah.
And so, boom, 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 boom.
Well, because how old is the cab? What year was it built?
1892.
1892. We can't let that.
No.
We can't let that go. We can't let that rot. It's a staple in the community.
Yeah.
and it is your home, and you were so close to moving in. I mean, oh my
I've been
goodness.
staying there. So,
Yeah. And so Michelle and her team have done a lot of labor. You've done a lot of labor.
Yeah. And a friend.
Yes.
And then, I got to give a shout out to, Samaritan's Purse, the Baptist Mission, Carl Bowman's cruise ship, and let's see. And you would not believe the people that come in. Like the Marines stopped one time.
Yes.
There was like 12 of those guys. And they said, well, what kind of help do you need? And I told them, and they went and started working around the building.
They did it, yeah.
Yeah, and then it just, there's so many people that helped me that, I can't remember all
That's
of them.
okay.
But
that they need to know that you were loved. If
God,
you touched it.
God knows who you are, and He's going to bless you.
Yes, exactly.
Because He blessed me by sending you to me.
Yes.
And this gal.
Yeah. We've had a big time.
Yeah, we've had fun.
Yeah, I've been so proud of you for not giving up, because it's.
Well, you didn't, so why should I?
Well, but you didn't, so why should I? That's always been what it's about. If you're willing to rebuild,
yes,
I'm willing to get you the materials.
Yes.
And that's been a beautiful, beautiful thing to be able to help folks get reestablished and get everybody back together, because we have to. We can't just let it all go.
I have to give a big shout out to Jason Geddes, I think his name, that helps Michelle.
Yes.
He's awesome.
That's awesome.
And I have a newfound friend who bought a house up on Cattail who is unreal. And he's been helping me like crazy there, Cody Payne.
Okay.
And he's a new and upcoming carpenter, electrician, plumber, all around whatever you need guy. And he has rebuilt the Bruce's house.
Yes.
We just got his permits for that this week.
That's wonderful.
And so he is, the boy and his wife, they are super people. So, yeah.
So would you like to tell our friends a little bit about Bruce?
Well, Bruce was one of my best friends, and he started stopping at the store the month I started working on the cabinet. Yeah. And he said he was thinking about buying a place somewhere around there, And so he did. And so, like 2 to 3 times a week, he would come down. And Bruce was just the highlight of our day, because when he would come in, he'd walk through the door, and the first thing he'd say, "It's a beautiful thing," And so that's what we nicknamed him.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful thing, And we say that kind of beautiful thing. Well, and he was actually at my store the day before the storm, and I tried to get him to go home with me,
Yeah.
He said, "No, I'll be fine then." And I said, "Well, that little creek next to your bedroom, the last time came up on the deck."
Yeah.
And I said, he said, "Oh, if it does, I'll move over in the middle bedroom." And I'm like, "Okay," but I said, "Please go with me." Everybody thought he was with me because he was there late. And so he went on home, and he didn't make it. And so what happened was it kind of knocked the front part of his house loose from the wall, and it came through the back, like the back window, and rocks, mud, and everything, and it trapped him between the wall and the floor. And he was in there for 5 days, and everybody thought he was with me, because they were doing checks all over the mountain,
Right.
And they didn't know he was there.
Yeah.
Then a friend of mine lived below him, Josh, called me, and he said, "You better sit down." And I'm like, "Why?" And he said, "We just carried Bruce out." I'm like, "Oh no." And then JJ, that lived on down below him,
Yes.
he took her out.
Yeah.
And then Susan Strickland, on down. Yeah, she was awesome. And all 3 of those people had been in my store within 2 weeks prior to the hurricane, because they were super friends.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so sorry that you lost so many friends.
Yeah.
And I want to, keep our rebuild going to honor them.
Absolutely.
And to know that, they matter. They matter to us.
And Carl Bowman's helper there, Cole, he is going, we have the pole there, but he is actually going to do a memorial pole at my store for those 3 people.
Wonderful.
And so
well, if you need
that's another thing coming.
Yeah, let me know. What can I do for it? Because it matters.
We got the pole, and and then we want to honor the Rays that have the field there.
Yes.
That made it possible for me to be there.
Right.
So, you gotta hold them up,
Yeah.
Danny Ray and Kevin Ray and Ricky Ray and Sandy, they were awesome. They all agreed for me to buy the place. So yeah, I gotta give them a big shout out.
Yeah. So many things have made this possible.
Yes.
Yeah. And people don't realize how bad it was back there.
No.
But it's also, to me, one of the most magical places in the world.
It is.
And that's how I met you, because I would be going out showing real estate.
I know.
And I'd say, y'all gotta stop at this country store. And we would go.
Right.
And now it's the same thing, except for I don't sell as much real estate. Although I do have I do have a listing in Cattail, and I do have it under contract.
Awesome.
I know, I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
But it's definitely different now. I get to come and ride special to see you.
Absolutely. Yes.
And then today I got to see you. I went to check on a new project. It's our most recent, although it was added a while ago. It is it's a more recent ad, but Project 589.
Yeah.
And you have some pretty strong connections to
You bet.
Yeah. So 589 is the Cattail Creek Community Center or Community Hall. So it was like, take us into Cattail Community Hall and what that means to you.
Well, we moved there when I was 10 years old in the house right beside the community center. So my father never drove a car, and he was the caretaker for the Cattail Creek, the entire community.
Right.
Over 65 years, same job, and never drove a car.
That's amazing.
And
so, remote mountain.
And so we lived right beside the community hall. So there was stuff going on there all the time. Like I said in my other interview, well, I thought I died with the heaven when we moved up there, because we moved from right behind the store to Moody Mountain Road is Polecat Ranks in it.
Right.
And when we got up there, like I said, they were having parties, dances. We had bingo on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Something going on all the time. And I'm just like, oh.
You're like, this is
yeah. I'm like, cool, And then, it's been through, I guess, 2 or 3 remodels. And I'll never forget, in the flood of 77, I was there. Wow. And so my car was trapped on Cattail for 125 days. Then, and that was nothing to what this storm was.
Right.
And I actually helped them clean out the community hall. Then my mother and father and me. And it was unreal. But it was easy to rebuild with that. And this is what's crazy is the community hall was right beside their house. And the water, you can see where it made a little bend right behind their house. Hey, don't think God don't look out for us people. And it made a little swirl and went right around their house and hit the community hall. Wow. Yes.
The house survived?
It never hurt one thing. And my mother and father's house was dead level with the creek. Yes. Now, so, yeah.
Wow.
So that's another miracle that God saved us from water.
Yeah. Because we're meant to be here.
Yes.
And I believe God is real, and He.
Yes.
I had a real long conversation with him riding along the river the other day, and it's like I understand. People are born for this. We're born for this. Mm-hmm. We're born to do what you want us to do.
Exactly.
And that makes it all, when it's hard, that makes it a whole lot easier.
Yes.
You know. So this is the second catastrophic storm that you've been through back there.
Yeah.
What do you think about us rebuilding it?
Oh, when they told me that they had voted to rebuild the community center, not tear it down and build a new one, I rejoiced. Like, please don't, because me,
yes.
I'm into keeping the old building.
Yes.
And I was just like, no, please. And that was my spiel to give to the Rays when I tried to. See, I never dreamed they'd sell them in the store.
Right.
But I told them they was going to have to sell it to me or else.
Yeah. I love those or else's.
Yeah. And they kind of laughed at me a little bit, And I said, that's your 2 choices. You're going to have to fix it or sell it to me.
Yeah.
And so that worked out beyond being awesome. And they were super.
Because they want to see it saved too.
Right.
You know, that's the great thing about this community is we want to keep our history.
And I went, and with the help of some of the Rays, they helped me find every sign to go back on that store that originally was there. And
Wow.
I'm only missing one, and it was the Vixen post office.
Wow. Because it was a post office too.
Yeah.
It was a mess hall for
the dining hall for the miners and the loggers, railroad station. It was station number 2. Private family residence, Daniel Boone VII, his mother was born on the 2nd floor.
wow.
Yeah, and the ironworks that are on my windows, he made in this blacksmith shop behind the store.
Wow.
And so that was my big spiel was, you know, in what I've been told and research, in 1900, Pensacola was one of the largest towns in North Carolina.
Wow.
Because of the spruce lumber and the mica.
Right. Let's talk about that for a minute. So the railroad was there in Cattail Creek, really it wasn't there weren't roads, there was a railroad.
Yeah. And that's what all the switchbacks are.
That's right. So the railroad went up the mountain because they were mining these very old trees, or not mining, but
spruce
harvesting.
lumber.
Spruce lumber.
Yeah, because Pensacola and Cattail had one of the largest tracts of spruce lumber in the country.
Yeah, and they needed, my understanding is they needed that for the wings of planes.
Yep, and they made tons of stuff out of it. Wow. And then like the mica, you know, they used it for all this other stuff. Yeah, it's unreal.
So it was the forestry and the mining.
Yes.
And it was all railroad town.
And it was a boom town. They had their own movie theater. They had their, you know, and that was where Pam's grandfather ran the commissary.
Yes.
For the safeties.
Yes.
And then he opened the first bank in Barnesville where Todd Bailey's office was on the called People.
That safe is still there.
Yeah. And then when the Depression hit, he lost everything. And he used to have the Parnell Hill.
Yeah.
And the 2 houses. That was her father, Charles Parnell.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know when Pam, a mutual friend of ours, how like she was determined. It was a real estate client,
right?
And she was determined to live in Cattail.
Yeah.
She had lived in Ohio. She found me online and said, "I want to live in Cattail." And I said,
"Well, she had visited Cattail because there's pictures of her in her grandmother's arms, standing on the porch of the commissary where that safe is."
Wow!
I got them at the store.
No way.
Yeah,
that's so cool. But she was determined, and we hunted. It took almost a year and a half for the house that she wanted to come available, and we got it. And she lived her best life.
Yes,
she lived her best life back in Pensacola.
Absolutely.
And it's just incredible to me how it's all of it is so connected, so deeply connected.
Yes,
you know that we're where we're supposed to be.
And you know what I always said was, you know, I went to Pensacola Elementary, right up the road there, you know, and for 8 years. And I thought, if they had taught in the school the history of Pensacola, they would have had every kid on the end of their seats.
Yes.
Because that was their parents, their grandparents, their uncles, aunts,
yes.
their families working and doing all this cool stuff. Now, it's cool stuff to kids now. Because I thought, when I first wanted to remodel the country store, it's always been kind of a dream, you know. And I thought,
you mean you always knew what you were supposed to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that even more. I love it even more.
And I thought, what are the kids going to think about this old, you know, dusty, rusty, has-been store, you know? And what amazes me is they walk through the door and they go, wow. You know, a kid. You know, and I'm thinking, you know, because they're used to their phones and all this other stuff.
No, there's magic.
But to come into my store and do that.
And you can go up 3 levels of wow.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
It is, yeah.
It's the best country store there ever is.
Undoubtedly.
It is. Yeah. I'm so proud of you for loving it, knowing your whole life that's what you were supposed to do, and sticking with it.
Yeah.
And then even after the devastation of Hurricane Helene, you were determined to rebuild it.
Yes.
That's what.
So it's River Life ×2, thanks to Stephanie and all the other helpers, you know, Michelle and Greg, their crew, Jason, you know,
so many,
Cody, you know, there's so many, like, you know, Bill Talbot from Hendersonville, He brought me over a riding lawnmower because the lawnmower got washed away. And he brought me all those picnic tables. He said, that's for when you have your barbecues again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unreal, the how people reach out to you.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we want it back. It
Yes,
matters
yes.
to rebuild. And everybody knows, it took you a lifetime already to get to the point where you were.
Yeah.
And so when the storm came through and took it all away, that's just not right.
No.
It's not fair.
We're not going to let it happen.
We're not going to let it happen. No. So you're fully back in business.
Yeah.
You've already had a wedding there.
Yes.
Since the storm.
Yes. And the people were going, Heiko, the guy.
Yeah, I met Heiko today.
Heiko's son is the one that got married.
I love that.
They were going to get married right during the hurricane.
Right.
And she put her wedding off for a whole year so they could still have it at my place.
Yeah, because your place is...
So we hooked them up. I mean,
yeah.
and Michelle and her crew, they really, really decked it up beyond awesome for her.
I love that.
Yes.
So
we're going to be doing weddings there. If anybody wants to get married.
You should go get married.
I'll pray for you, but I'll give you a place to get married.
Yes. No, we have our friend Zeb is a licensed marrier. I don't know that I call him a minister.
Well, I think I might be because I've been married 3 times.
Yeah. I don't think it works like that, dude. I think you got to go online and get a license.
Oh, okay.
2 married people, but we have.
I can remember everything they said we were supposed to do.
You did good.
I can tell them that, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Dude,
I love it.
I got that down.
You're so good. Danny, is there anything else you'd like to share with our friends tonight? We got to go to the dark sky bit. I'm so excited about it.
Hey, I'm telling you, this is going to be a big to-do.
Yeah, it's dark out tonight. Yeah, I'm so excited about it.
Hey, I mean, they've got to go see the backside of the moon.
Yes.
So there's no telling what's going to be seen tonight.
There's no telling. Well, if you take a smartphone like my Android, when the moon is out, I can zoom all the way in, and then all of a sudden, it becomes a beautiful moon picture.
Well, back to that story, the only thing about the smartphone, it takes somebody smart to use one. Oh. I've got a dumb phone.
No, you
don't. It takes somebody dumb to use it.
You do so good. I'm so proud of you.
Well, thank you.
I really am. I want you to know that. I'm your biggest fan.
Well, I appreciate you so much. And rebuilding Hollers, anybody, okay, this is back to the preaching thing.
Okay.
At the sound of my voice, anybody that has any money, whatever, that you can donate, send it to this girl. Because I am living proof of what she and her organization is all about. She has always been there for me. And I mean, they've actually went faster than I can keep up with. So I've got a torn rotator cuff and a bad back now because of all this. But hey, I'm not going to let that stop me, because I'm so close to being done again. Yeah.
Tell them what's in your car.
My sheets and my towels and my washcloth. So I'm real close.
I love it. I love everything about it. Yeah. And that's what it's about for us, y'all. That is why Mr. Danny and all of my other projects, that's exactly what it matters to me. I want to see him happy. I want to see him whole. I want him to be okay.
Yes.
I want you to be okay.
We're getting there.
Yeah. One at a time, one day at a time, we're going to get there. So that's it for us tonight here on the Rebuilding Hollers podcast. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. Thank you, Mr. Danny, for being with me.
Thank you for having me.
I love you.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you for all your help because, hey, I can't find words.
I know. Well, we got this. We're just going to keep going. We're going to stick together. And we're going to have weddings. We're going to be in the creek again.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be okay again.
Yes.
So thank y'all so much for loving me. Thank you so much for loving my community. I'll see y'all later.
The hardest part isn't the knowing. It isn't knowing everything that you have to do to get everything back right. The hardest part are the memories. Knowing exactly how it used to look before the storm. That's the hardest part.